Hey guys, it's Lauren, and today I will be doing my 2016 TBR and my 2016 bookish resolutions. So basically, what I want to accomplish this year in 2016, what I want to read, and what I want to do regarding books and booktube. So, let's get into it, shall we? My first 2016 resolution will be to start my booktube channel. I have done this, obviously, already. Boom, one down. Number 2 will be to read at least 20 books. Now, I have set this as a Goodreads goal on Goodreads, so I'm not super into it, but like it's a goal. That's like at least 2 every month. Well, 2 would be 24, so yeah, so just at least 2 every month. And that is trade paperback editions, so bind-ups of single issues and books. No single issues will be included just because of the fact that they take like 20 minutes to read or like 10 minutes to read. They're not really a challenge, and I really don't think that they count because they're like part of a series. Anyway, number 3 will be to do different than traditional videos once I get into the habit of filming. These will probably be more during the summer. Like, I want to do tutorials for makeup based on the Splintered series, AG, always fuck that up, A.G. Howard. That'll probably be around Halloween or summer, but I want to do that, as well as I want to do a tutorial on how to make butterbeer, because there are a few recipes out there and I want to show you how I do it. Number 4. Woo! Number 4. Number 4 is that I want to do at least one readathon this year, preferably one where I get rid of my TBR, because I have like over 40 on it. It's insane. But yeah, at least one readathon this year. And then 5 is the last one, no impulse buying. I have put myself on a book buying ban for the end of the year. I have kind of already broken that book buying ban. I'm sorry, I tried really hard for that one, but my boyfriend took me to Chapters and I picked out a book. He wanted me to get 1984 by George Orwell, but I ended up getting The Merciless by Danielle Vega, because the sequel's coming out this year, but yeah. I'm sorry, I tried. It was an impulse buy. Anyway, yeah. As my top 5, I already kind of broke number 5, so hopefully no more impulse buys for me. Everything that I do will be planned out. Yeah, no more impulse buying. If I plan to buy a book, I'll plan it 2 months in advance. No more wasting my savings. Alrighty. And this list I kind of cheated. I combined books that are part of the exact same series, because I have a couple series that I want to finish off this year, or that I just want to read a couple books of the series in. So yeah, I combined them together to count them as one book. I cheated, so it's going to be over 16. So I'll do a final head count for you after. These books are not in any order that I want to read. They're just kind of on a list. They're not just in any order. Anyway, yep, let's get into it. The first couple that I combined are Queen of the Tearling and Invasion of the Tearling, the first 2 books in the Queen of the Tearling series by Erica Johansson. As you can see, I'm almost done this one. I have like 130 pages left. And then I'm going to wait to read this one until a little later in the year, because I believe the 3rd one comes out in November or March. Anyway, I'm gonna wait until a month. I'm gonna read this a month before the book comes out, just so I can dive right back into the world, and so I can just get re-familiar with it. Number 2 is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This has been on my TBR for forever. I need to read it. It is a good book, I've heard. I need to read it so badly. Yeah. Number 3 is Glass Arrow by Kristen Simmons. As a feminist, and as a person who believes in equality, I need to read this book. Plus, it's been on my TBR for forever, and it's like 332 pages. It is super tiny. I need to read it. There are no excuses with this book. Number 4, and as you can see, I am cheating. Number 4 is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Trilogy of 4, which includes The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life of the Universe and Everything, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. This is a bind-up, so it's technically one book, but it has 4 books in it. And I'm going to read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Trilogy of 4 by Douglas Adams. I actually recently discovered that there are 2 more books, but I don't really want to read them because they're not by him, so I don't think they're going to be very good. Yeah, and as you can see, I've already started it. I put it down for some weird reason, so I definitely would just want to dedicate 1 month to reading all 4 books. Number 5 is the Vampire Academy series. I want to start by reading the first book, Vampire Academy and Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. I heard it takes a good couple books to get into this series, so I picked up the first couple books, and I want to read them, and if I don't like the series, I'm just going to give them away. But if number 6 is Once Upon a Zombie, Book 1, The Color of Red by Billy Phillips and Jenny Nessenson. This is, I believe this is a book series where it's fairy tale retellings with zombies. It's middle grade. It looks adorable. So cute. I definitely want to get to this one. Number 7 is The Winter's Curse by Mary Rutkowski. Yep. I don't know. From what I gather from this book, it's basically about a girl who either has to get married or join the military. She doesn't want to do either. So yeah, that's basically what I know about this book, just from the booktube community. Just because reading the back, it does not sound promising at all, but I've heard great things about this series, so I definitely want to pick up the first book and try this out. Number 7 is Storm Dancer by Jay Kristoff, the first book in the Lotus War book trilogy. I read Illuminae that was by him and Amy Kaufman, and I loved it, so I decided to pick up one of his other series because this has been on my TBR for over a year, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick it up or not, but I definitely do after reading Illuminae. Number 8 is Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Yeah, this book is basically about aliens, and I've heard it's like Twilight. I hope it's not too much like Twilight, or I definitely won't like it or the series, but I've heard she's a super sassy author. And yeah, I just definitely want to read her because the sass that comes out of her writing apparently is insane. Number 10. The next 2 books are Ensnared and Untamed by A.G. Howard, the third book in her Splintered series, and this is the novella that goes along with the Splintered series. It's just a collection of 3 novellas, 3 short story novella things about the series. Yeah, they look really, really good. They were a Christmas present. I really want to finish the series. It'll be the third series I finished in my life. I'm not good at finishing series. I'm not a serial reader, because I usually pick up the first book. I'm like, oh, I'll get to this. I never go back. Yeah. So that's my problem. The next one is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. This is basically, I think, a YA fantasy about that the world has 4 kingdoms that are based off of the 4 seasons. So fall, winter, spring, and summer, and winter and spring are at war with each other. I've heard so many good things, and I think the 3rd one's coming out this year. Yeah, I think so. Or the 2nd one came out this year. But anyway, I want to definitely check that out. Number 11, I believe, is Welcome to Night Vale. Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner. This is based off of their podcast, which is told through Cecil, who is a news radio broadcaster, for this sci-fi town where all this strange stuff happens, and their ultimate enemies are Desert Bluff. Ugh. Yeah. So this is just based off of a couple minor characters that aren't really ever explored in their podcasts. The next one is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. I really, really, really want to get to this one next year because the 2nd one comes out. It's by Rick Riordan. I really, really, really want to read this because I loved his Percy Jackson series. I really did not like his his Heroes of Olympus series, and I haven't read the Kane Chronicles, I believe that's what they're called, the Egyptian ones. But yeah, I really want to see this and how he does it. Hopefully it's really good. If not, I'll be super disappointed. Like the Heroes of Olympus I was super disappointed with, so we'll see. Next one is Masks by E.C. Blake. Yeah, it's basically about a fantasy. This is an adult fantasy about a world that was taken over by a crazy ruler who has magic and is paranoid. So all of his guards can use magic, and people wear these masks. So when the guards walk by you, they know exactly what you're thinking, and these masks reveal who's loyal to the Atark. Yeah, I believe it's. I forget. I'm sorry. I put this book down, and I was almost halfway through. But I put it down for some reason. But I believe the leader's called the Atark. Yeah. So basically, these masks show you who's loyalty to the Atark or not, and it's really, really good. And this the daughter of the head mask maker's mask fails in her masking, so basically it says that she's not a Tark and she's a danger to the regime, even though she can use magic. And the magic system in this is really cool because it's based off of color and what gifts and abilities you can actually do, which is cool. Next one is Dumplin' by Julie Murray. I really want to get to this one because this is one of the, I'm really actually hesitant to read this because I've heard great things, but I hate contemporary. Like, I really don't like contemporary. So we'll definitely see how this goes, but I'm excited to get to this. It's basically about this chick who's like a self-proclaimed fat girl, and then she meets this guy and she gets super insecure, and then everything just develops off through there. The last book on my list will be A Court of Thorns and Roses, or ACOTAR by Sarah J. Maas. This is my first Sarah J. Maas book. I have not read her Throne of Glass series. I am terrified to pick that up because everyone says that it's super good, and I usually don't like things that are popular, so I'm just not entirely sure. But yeah, this is basically supposed to be a Beauty and the Beast retelling where this, the protagonist goes and kills a wolf who's not actually a wolf. He's like a fairy prince or something, and then she eats him. So then the fairy king or fairy prince, I don't know, he comes and like takes her away to his palace, and it's like Beauty and the Beast, like he's holding her captive, but he treats her really well. The second one's coming out this year, so I sincerely hope I can get to this. I'm a little worried because everyone loves it, and it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so we'll see. Those were my 16 books of 2016 that I hope to get to. I'm actually looking at my TBR shelves right now, and that actually did a lot of damage to them, so if I can read all of these books, then it'll do a ton of damage. 17, 18, yeah, about 19 books. Like, I've already read one, so if I only read these, and I'm planning on reading more, then it'll totally blow past, like, my Goodreads goal of 20 books, which is good. But yeah, so, yep, just thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!